So essentially this big letter which we've received from Justice Chelameshwar, Justice Madan Lokar, Justice Gogoi and Justice Kurian Joseph, we're trying to read through it to try and give you an idea what exactly the judges are trying to say here. They seem to have some seriously strong comment to make about the functioning of the Supreme Court of India as it currently stands. Now, in this regard, they mentioned first that the Chief Justice has certain functions as first among equals of the other judges, and that judges must not take responsibilities and arrogate responsibilities to themselves which they don't have. Now, in this regard, we then, after this, the judges say that we are sorry to say that of late, the twin rules mentioned above have not been strictly adhered to. There have been instances where case having far-reaching consequences for the nation and the institution had been assigned by the Chief Justice of this court selectively to the benches of their preference without any rational basis for such assignment. This must be guarded against at all costs. So what this is a very strong statement saying that certain Chief Justices of the country have been assigning cases to benches just on the basis of their preference without any particular reason for giving it. Now, the context behind this we have to understand is that we've seen there has been some amount of friction between these judges and the current Chief Justice over various cases. They have declined from mentioning which cases they're talking about, saying that they wish to avoid further embarrassment to the judiciary, but we can perhaps speculate on some of them. But the two cases which they've talked about, the Justice Karnan case and the R.P. Luthra case, both of which involved certain questionable decisions where the procedures which the court was to follow didn't seem to be fit. The judges have talked about a couple of specific instances which they've said have made them raise concerns about the way the judiciary is functioning, the way the Supreme Court is functioning. As we pointed out, they have said that their issues are with the fact that procedures don't seem to be followed. The Chief Justice seems to be appointing, Chief Justices, not just this Chief Justice, have been appointing benches of their own choosing without any specific reasoning. We've seen them talk about the fact that other judges of the Supreme Court have been doing things without any consequences as well, and which weren't within their responsibility. Now, this is something which we're still trying to figure out exactly what the reference is to. Now, they've talked about the R.P. Luthra and the Karnan cases. In the Karnan case, the issue which came up was the question of appointment, was the way of appointment and discipline of judges, and the fact that the MOP didn't mention this, the memorandum of procedure which the collegium is supposed to have. The R.P. Luthra case involved Justices Lalit and Goyal, considering that certain aspects of the memorandum of procedure for appointment of judges were being delayed by the government, though actually, according to a previous Supreme Court decision, the memorandum should have been considered finalized when the government did not respond to it. So essentially, it was a question of saying that certain judges of the Supreme Court have been taking actions which they weren't authorized to do, and the Chief Justice's appointment of judges doesn't, certain benches to hear cases doesn't seem to be entirely accurate.